Hello guys, guess what? I'm back in my original setup. I'm back in my room and I'm going to be here for like almost a whole month, so you're gonna get used to seeing this again. So since it is approaching the New Year's, I single-handedly decide to end and start the year with something that is just joyful and easy and happiness and all of that stuff by reading rom-coms. And I have actually started a book yesterday on the train. I just picked like a random book that I had in my Kindle, and guys, wait, let me get it. So last night I started reading a book called Don't Be in Love by Liana Sincotti. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the author's name. It's the same author who write Picking Daisies on Sundays. If you guys know, that was like a really hyped book back in like early 2025, and this is actually one of her books. I didn't know that before reading it. For the record, in December I only read one whole book, which is A Disgrace in Itself. This actually the third book that I have started reading. The second was like a fantasy book that I haven't continued. Can you imagine my surprise at how enjoyable it is? This book contains all of my fantasies. It's all compiled in this book. First of all, British man with an amazingly British accent, set in the UK, in London, and he is so charming. He's so witty, and it's kind of like giving Enemies to Lovers trope a little bit. Every single sentences, I don't feel they were like a filler or some sort. It was so entertaining. I was on page 87. I was about to start chapter 13, and so far like the problems, they aren't too heavy. Even though there were like some love triangles ish, it's not too complicated for now. Update. I'm about to start chapter 35, and since I did the last update, there has been so many things that has happened. It kind of put me in like, do I still love the characters or not? The thing is, our girlie over here, I love her, but she's avoided. She's not that much different from me, but like when you actually read it in a book, it's kind of frustrating. I'm still like 77% into the book. I just gotta find out how this would all unfold, because until now she has a serious avoidant problem. Adelaide, you're being chased by a really hot, charming, attractive British guy. Don't throw it all away. Okay, so I finished book 1. It took me 4 hours and 4 minutes to finish it. I rated it 5-star because I thoroughly enjoyed the book, and I really like the theme of the book. Like, you need to actually try something instead of overthinking like the failure that could happen, so that you can actually know the result. And I forgot who said it, but I really like a quote that basically said that it was not by like a major character. She said, "But what would life be without the satisfaction of succeeding after a fall?" Word. That's all I can say, guys. Take the risk, okay? Actually, something that I need to remind myself all the time too. So now that's finished. I'm moving on to the second book. It's called A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. Why I picked this? Because if you guys don't know, it is currently still the 25th of December. So Merry Christmas, guys. Merry belated Christmas. So I'm still like in that sort of vibe, and you will see this also on my other videos. Like, I'm about to film it after this about this book as well, because it fits the theme quite well. Maybe there are like some updates that I give to this video and other updates that I give to that video. Please look forward to that too. By the way, this is so different from the book before, because for Don't Be in Love, it has like so many chapters and they're all short. But for this one, it literally took me 16 whole minutes to finish one chapter. And I can see that I need 13 minutes to finish this chapter, which is quite long for my preference. So that is one thing. Also, guys, I noticed, I don't know why, I just noticed this, in a lot of books, there has to be family drama. And also I found some familiarity between this and Don't Be in Love, as in they kind of switch cities, because for Don't Be in Love, Adelaide, she's American, she moves to London, and in this book, I kind of forgot her name, but she's from England, and then she goes to New York. So like there's that familiarity. Okay, done with all that. I'm done with the second book. It was awesome, let me just say. It was so cozy, and oh my gosh. And also guys, the cover is like actually really cute. Like all the colors in this. Okay, so for A Winter in New York, I read it for 4 hours and 18 minutes, and I ended up rating it 4 stars. It's very fresh. I might actually change it. So basically, this book is about a girl who lost everything in her former life in London, and it was just so miserable for her there that she ended up moving to New York. Why she moves to New York? Because of essentially like her mother's diary. Yeah, so her mother died, and she just felt like London it's just not the place for her anymore. So New York is the best place that she can go, because her mother is like very fond of New York in her younger days. And in there, she recognizes a gelato place that is like so strikingly familiar with the ones that is in her mother's diary. And so she visits that place. Found out that the gelato place is run by the Bernotti's family. It has been passed on many generations, and that one of the family members was like her mother's lover. Honestly, that part is quite saddening, guys. I don't know why I'm trying to speak in like riddles, but I'm trying not to spoil it while also doing a review at the same time, so please bear with me. I think we're going to move on to book number 3. Okay guys, I have chosen my third book. It's called The Nanny. By the way, this book, I'm putting it right on here. It's a contemporary romance. It's about a single dad and a nanny. There are forced proximity. Okay guys, I just finished The Nanny by Elena Ferguson. So my review, there was nothing like too special about this book. It was just like an average read. At first glance, I thought it was everything I needed at that moment, but it ended up just falling like a bit short. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it, but yeah, it's not like a bad book. It's average. It's okay. If you want to read it, go read it. I ended up rating it 2.5 stars, and I read it for 3 hours and 53 minutes. And that's all I have to say about that book. I'm going to move on to, I think it's the 4th book, right? I'm going to read Passion Project by London Sperry. This was actually recommended quite like a lot of times on TikTok. Not right now, not in the current times, but more like in the, let's just say, between like the summer to the fall era of 2025. And a lot of people said that it was like 5-star read, so I really want to try to read this book. Let me see what this book is about, because I actually don't know anything about it, but I'm guessing this passion project, it comes from grief, but we don't know, which I'm right, guys. Turns out the main character here, she lost and is dealing with the death of her first love, and then I don't know like the role of the love interest here, but he helps her going through like tasks, these passion projects as they call it, to honestly maybe like put her out there again. Which guys, it's not the same, but like you will know on my other video. I'm reading a book where the main character there, she has like this family tradition of doing advent calendar, but like the advent calendar is like a task, and then you get a reward if you do that task. I feel like it's kind of giving like the same thing over here, but I don't want to judge too fast. Let's hope that I like it. Update: I am currently 64% into the book, and as I've predicted, the main character, she is in the grieving stage because her boyfriend died and she felt like it was partly her fault, so she just cannot move on from it. And her friend, she set her up to like a date, and even before meeting the guys, she was so anxious and she just felt like she was not ready for it. But then fate plays a part. Turns out New York isn't that big after all, and one thing led to another. He is helping her find like her passion project because she didn't have like a future prospect that doesn't have like her boyfriend in it. Before her boyfriend died, her life was revolved around him. So far though, it's a good book. I can see why, I don't know, I see the attraction here. I don't think it's boring per se, but I feel like there were just some filter sentences, filter words I don't think it's like quite important to put in the book. That's where I am right now. Passion project done. For this book, it really talks a lot about grief and how it can really affect some people. The message that I got from this book, most of all, is that other people, they can guide you to finally accept that grief, that longing feeling of someone who's really close to you, that they're not present anymore in this world. But really in the end, no matter how hard they try to help you, if you don't believe it in yourself, then it won't happen. So in accepting that feeling, the responsibility is on yourself, and that the death of a loved one is not the end of your life journey, and you need to continue. But it's hard to do that, and that's why you need to find your passion. And your passion, they can mean a lot of things. It obviously differs for all. It can be continuing your study, it can be a hobby, it can be your occupation. So that's the message that I got from it. First of all, let's talk about the writings. They were very easy to read because I think they are dynamic. I feel like we move on to a different scene every chapters, and it doesn't make it boring, so that's a plus point. But also it didn't really have that lingering effect on me. In the end, I gave it a 3.5-star rating. And this is a short read, guys. I read this book for 3 hours and 35 minutes. And Passion Project by London Sperry marks the end of this video. This was such a wholesome reading journey. I got introduced to amazing books that if not for this video concept, I would not read them as early as this. Like, I would continue to postpone it. So yeah, I'm really glad, and I think that's it. Give your book recommendation down below for books that I could read that is interesting, your favorite books. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.